Well, it is time for some Merriwood South battle here. Girls basketball on Zaleski Sports. We are here at Newman Catholic High School in Wausau, Wisconsin, as we are ready for a battle between the Stratford Tigers and the Newman Catholic Fighting Cardinals here on Zaleski. My name is Connor Philippi. Thank you so much for tuning into this matchup, as like I said, another conference battle that we've had a lot of throughout the middle to late parts of this season. Taking a look here at the Merriwood South before we break down both of these two teams. It's kind of been a tale of two different seasons for both of these two teams. Stratford currently in first in the Merriwood South standings, 9-1 in the conference, and they are 14-2 overall. They're trying to fend off Marathon. They're 9-2 in the conference, also 14-2 overall, and they've been on a 10-game winning streak in the last 10 games of the season. So they are trying to fend off that very strong Marathon team. On top of that, Assumption, who is 8-2 within the conference, they're one of the top teams in Division 5, and they're trying to chase down these two teams as well. And going down even further, Auburndale, who's fourth out of 6 teams, is also 8-3 within the conference and 12-6 overall. So there's a horse race at the top here within a very good Merriwood South standings. Fortunately for Newman Catholic, they are not in that horse race right now. 2-7 within the conference, 5-11 overall, as they look to bounce back in this game. We'll take a look first at the visiting team, the Stratford Tigers. Like I said, 14-2 overall. They've won 4 of their last 5 games, and that one loss coming against that very good Assumption team. Assumption sitting at the 7th best team in Division 5 right now, as Stratford, taking a look at these rankings, they are 18th in all of Division 4. So they are a very good team this year, and you can tell that it's a horse race because right below them is Marathon. And so they are right in the thick of it, have put together a very good season so far, and there was a point where they had won their first 10 straight as well, before losing to 2 very good teams in these last 10. So they are putting up some great numbers so far this season. As for Newman Catholic, like I said, they are 2-7 in the conference, 5-11 overall this year so far, and they have only won 1 of their last 5 games. But take into account that those games were against Edgar, the number 1 St. Mary Catholic team, that very good Marathon team I just mentioned that they only lost to by 2, and then a rough one versus another very good Auburndale team, like I just said, is 12-6 and 8-3 within the conference. So lost 4 of their last 5, but against some very good opponents and putting up a good fight against a good majority of them. So trying to get back on track here tonight. Taking a look at these two top scorers, Carly Pankratz currently in the lead for Stratford in terms of points scored with 12.9 points per game. Aubrey Pent, 11.1 points per game. Tria Tubbs leads in rebounds for Stratford. And Alexis Sklinecki leads for Newman Catholic. And then Carly Pankratz also leads for assists for Stratford. And Aubrey Pent leads in assists for Newman Catholic. But this is a Stratford team that is very defensively heavy. And in fact, in their 4 last games that they won, they gave up only 32, 23, 30, and then 40 to the teams that they faced. And even when they played Assumption, they only gave up 43 in that game. So they play a very tight defensive kind of game, and we'll see how Newman Catholic fares against that here tonight. But we'll turn things over here in just a second to the PA, and we're going to get this thing started here on Zaleski Sports. We thank you one more time for tuning in, and we'd like to remind you today's starting lineups are presented by Rib Mountain Eye Care. The team at Rib Mountain Eye Care hopes you're enjoying the broadcast, but hey, if the players look a little blurry or your glasses are a constant bother, we can help. Call the vision experts at Rib Mountain Eye Care today. Don't miss a single moment of the next big game.
Good evening, basketball fans, and welcome to Newman Catholic High School, home of your Cardinals. Today's girls varsity basketball match features the visiting Tigers from Stratford High School and your Newman Catholic Cardinals. Newman Catholic High School, Stratford High School, the Merriwood Conference, and the WIAA require good sportsmanship at education-based interscholastic events. Attendance at interscholastic activities is a privilege with the expectation to exhibit positive and respectful behavior. For the enjoyment and respect of all in attendance, your cooperation in demonstrating the high ideals of sportsmanship is expected and greatly appreciated. Quick announcement tonight. We have a gracious sponsor, Dennis Lang, who is offering free hot dogs for all youth, fans, and attendance tonight. Dennis, thank you for supporting Newman Catholic Athletics. At this time, in lieu of prayer, we ask everyone to please stand for a moment of silence in honor of Rick Svenis, a longtime volleyball coach who passed away after a courageous battle with cancer. Coach Svenis made a lasting impact on his athletes, the school, and the community through his dedication, leadership, and care for others. Please join us in a moment of silence as we remember and honor his life and legacy. Thank you. To honor America and those defending our freedom, we ask you to remain standing, remove your hats, and place your hand over your heart for the playing of the national anthem. Excuse me, for the singing of the national anthem by the St. Anne's and St. Mark's Elementary Choir students under the direction of Nicholas Peters and Patricia Rougeau. At this time, I would like to introduce the starting lineups. First, for the visiting Tigers from Stratford. Junior, number 10, Carly Pankratz. Senior, number 22, Emily Zorki. Senior, number 31, Michaela Stewart. Senior, number 32, Tria Tubbs. And senior, number 45, Erica Frick. The Tigers are coached by Tammy Christopherson. And now, your starting lineup for your Newman Catholic Cardinals. Sophomore, number 5, Claire Bogenheimer. Senior, number 23, Brianna Schultz. Senior, number 21, Mallory Ross Wojtowski. Junior, number 30, Aubrey Pence. And senior, number 42, Lexi Klinicki. Your Cardinals are coached by an engaged and assisted by Amy Wolf, Jody Peck, and Stacy Holmberg. The officials for today's game.
And so without further ado, it's time to get things tipped off here on Zaleski Sports from Newman Catholic High School. Again, Connor Philippi excited to bring you this matchup. These two teams played earlier this season. Stratford got the win convincingly in that one by more than 20. And so we'll see on their home floor if Newman Catholic can avenge that one here tonight against a good team in the Stratford Tigers. Ready or not, here we go as it's tipped and won by Zelke here for Stratford. As it swung around now the perimeter to Stieber. Kayla Stieber, the senior, 5'8" for Stratford, has all but one of the starting 5 seniors for the Stratford team. The only one is Carly Pankratz, who's a junior. So a lot of seniority on this team, a lot of players that have played together for quite a while, which the chemistry that you see there from teams that have that kind of connection is huge, as this is up and no good. And racing for that one, it is going to be out of bounds, so it'll stay now with Stratford. Good effort by Aubrey Pent, the senior, to try and get that one, or excuse me, the junior, to try and get that one back in bounds, but it will stay Stratford ball. Up top here, now into the corner. Stieber got it inside, now back out to the top. 3-point shot, no good. Trying to fight for that rebound, and then eventually Aubrey Pence, the one that gets it for Newman Catholic. Aubrey Pent led the team in rebounds in the last game these two teams played. Tria Tubbs led both teams total with 9 rebounds in that game. Trying to get that one underneath the basket, just able to get it away. Now a 3-point shot's up, doesn't fall. Rebounded there by Pankratz. Thinks about that 3, decides to get it back over to Stieber. She gets the pick, drives in, puts one up from the elbow. That one rattling just out. Rebound though, the putback is good. That time from Emily Zelke. First points on the board for either team here tonight with a minute 40 to go. Or excuse me, a minute 40 in here on the NTC scoreboard. Pent up top here. We have to find a way to get past this wall of a Stratford defense here tonight. Last time these two teams played, Stratford only allowed 34 points against this Newman Catholic team. The putback from the rebound is good the other way here by Mallory Roswadowski, the senior. Those second chance opportunities are going to be huge for both teams in this game. Stratford scored 57 themselves in the last performance. Emily Zelke led the team with 16 total points, as this one is going to be tipped off of the Cardinals. It'll stay Stratford ball. Mallory Roswadowski had 11 points in that game. Brianna Schultz had 7 for Newman. Aubrey Pent also with 11. Kayla Stieber and Carly Pankratz also the point scorers for Stratford in that game. So pretty much a similar stat line as you see for the entire season between all these teams, but a lot of spreading the ball around. Neither team really had one hero in that game, and that's what you see all season long, especially from Stratford, being able to get the ball in a lot of different players' hands. This one's stolen away. It was a nice poke and can't quite get the opportunity there. It was Brianna Schultz that was able to poke it away and fell into another player's hands, but the pass just a little too high over the head. Missed opportunity there as we're almost 3 minutes gone already here in the first half. Faking that 3, driving in, then forcing it back out. Pankratz. They're swinging it back around, getting some space along the perimeter. No good though. And Newman Catholic will continue to give Stratford those looks until they start to nail a couple. Aubrey Pent now, she gets a pick. And then driving in, nothing called on that one as Glenecki got that one blocked away. And that one goes up, doesn't fall, rebounded by Bodenheimer. Both teams a little cold to start things off here as the defense starts off strong for either squad. Like we expected, is that one was a turnover there for Newman Catholic. Here's Carly Pankratz. Now up top, Erica Frick drives. She puts up a shot from the elbow. That one is nothing but net. Those are the kind of percentage shots you want. 3-point shot might look attractive, but if you see a lane to one of those shots from just a little bit closer, distance will make all the difference in a shot like that, especially for a team so strong from the floor. 3-pointer is up for Newman. That one off the mark, off of Pent that time. Somehow staying in bounds there. Erica Frick with a nice tightrope act. And Stratford gets it across the timeline. They lead 4-2 early on in this one. And a quick moving first 4 minutes. Pankratz working against Aubrey Pent, now swung to the other side of the court. Stratford trying to utilize a lot of these pick plays. They'll get a wide open look from it, but it doesn't go. Battle for the ball now goes to the ground, and it will be a jump ball, as it was Frick and Aubrey Pent with the effort there for either side. And this will head back Newman Catholic's way off the possession arrow. Tammy Christofferson, the Stratford head coach. She's led her team to an impressive season so far. Katie Gitch, the head coach for Newman Catholic. She's guided this Newman Catholic team through a season of growth for sure, as there's a lot of sophomores on this team that are kind of starting to find themselves on this team and see a lot of positivity coming from the games that they've played as of late. That near upset versus Marathon, it's all trending in the right direction for Newman Catholic as they continue to work through a really tough part of their schedule. Up top here, 3-pointer is up. That one off the front of the rim. It is rebounded by Bodenheimer. Aubrey Pent getting across court here. Rozwadowski swings it over to Bodenheimer. Finds Rozwadowski again. That one's going to be off. Excuse me, I thought it was off the leg of a Stratford player, but instead kind of one of those passes you try and put some spin on and it goes out of bounds. Back down comes Pankratz here for Stratford as he'll go out for a 3-point attempt, and it is drained by Pankratz. She's got her first points on the board as it is a 5-point lead, and that one off the mark. 7-2 here with 12 to go in the first on the NTC scoreboard. No fouls called yet in this one. Going to the ground there kind of awkwardly, but Pankratz looks to be okay. Got up quickly there. Just kind of a little bit of a weird buckle situation. Getting some space along the outside. That one rolls off, but the rebound, the putback is good. Erica Frick gets it to go. Again, those offensive rebounds. And a 30-second timeout is going to be called by Katie Gitch. We'll take a quick one with them and be back in a moment here on Zaleski Sports.
Are you tired of being a boring old tree, bird, or mythical war hero? Find the right job for you at Express Employment. Stop today and discuss positions that fit your abilities and qualifications, leading you to the perfect job. Always local, always strategically selected to match your skill set with local employers. There's a perfect job out there. Let Express Employment professionals help you find it. In Wausau, Stevens Point, Medford, and Marshfield. Find jobs and apply online at expresspros.com.
Well, we welcome you back here to Newman Catholic. Again, Connor Philippi with you. It was a quick moving first few minutes of play here. Already 11:38 to go in the first 10 minutes elapsed with a 7:15 start here from Newman Catholic. And we still have yet to see a foul on the board. Just have been seeing a lot of just really good shots being put up, just not quite there. We haven't really seen a bad shot, I would say, so far in this one. Both teams trying some threes, but all of them getting pretty close, rattling around, and both teams just trying to find their shot here. But Stratford's starting to find it as of late with a big 3-point shot by Carly Pankratz just a few moments ago. Coming in, Emma Mays, as this one is up and good for 3 by Claire Bodenheimer. And just as I say that, maybe Newman Catholic starting to find their shot as well. Madeline Jankowski came in for the first time for Newman Catholic here in that break, sophomore 5'7". Getting this one out here to Tubbs. And now getting that pick. Stratford trying to use, as this one is going to be back with Newman Catholic. Not sure if that was a travel or what kind of a foul it was. Looks like it was an offensive foul against Stratford. They're going to get Tria Tubbs on that one, actually, as Pankratz is getting part of her leg taped up again there. I saw that before the game. Wonder if that had something to do with her going to the ground earlier. It looks to be more of a, I'm not even going to try and diagnose it. I'm not a doctor or have done anything medical, so I'm not going to say anything about it, but foul called there just as I start to talk about these limited fouls. Now 2 in a row for Stratford. This one taken by Emma Mays. Up top for Newman Catholic, it's Glenecki. She surveys, tries to drive in, and has forced it out to Schultz. We've seen Glenecki multiple times this season trying to take the game into her own hands when shots aren't falling, but it's going to be a lot more difficult here tonight going up against Tria Tubbs underneath the basket, as that one's no good. Rebounded by Erica Frick. Tria Tubbs, the only 6-foot player on either squad. Excuse me, Zelke is 6'2", so one of 2, but Newman Catholic doesn't quite have that size and height advantage. Their tallest player, Glenecki, at 5'10". Shot is up, and that one will fall from Stieber. Back to a 6-point lead here for Stratford on the NTC scoreboard. 9.5 to go in the first. Aubrey Pence. Now back to Glenecki. She gets double teamed, trying to get close to the basket. Tried to feed that one in, gets knocked out of bounds. And she's helped up with some good sportsmanship by Michaela Stieber there, as coming in is going to be, coming out is Tubbs. And it's going to be Emily Zelke coming back in for Stratford. Baseline throw in, gets over to Aubrey Pence. She crosses over, goes to the ground off of some good defense, but able to get it to a teammate. Glenecki now puts up the long 2. And somehow gets her own rebound there. Nice feed in. Again, can't get it to go though, as that one will once again stay in bounds. Third opportunity here for Newman Catholic. Aubrey Pence looking for someone, finding it in Bodenheimer, who gets it to go. Looked like a long 2, and it is a long 2 to cut it back to 4. 5 of the 7 points so far here tonight by Claire Bodenheimer. Zelke up top working against Schultz, and a 3-point shot is up, off and out of bounds actually. Not finding the rim there, as Newman Catholic will get it right back. And coming back in here is Roz Wadowski and Avery Kepke. As Glenecki and Bodenheimer will come out for Newman Catholic. One of 16 games being streamed here tonight, as this one is off the mark. We'll get you updates on some of the more important games for these two teams during the halftime break, which will be in about 8 minutes of game time here, as this one is out of bounds, but off of Newman Catholic. It's been a tight one so far. Throwing this one in, putting up the three, and it's drained by Carly Pankratz. 6 points on 2 threes for her so far tonight. Kupke getting it over, and now up top, Pent again. She tries to cross over, then swings it around. Schultz gets a little bit of free space, but then is met trying to put up the shot. She'll go to the line and shoot 2. Looks like they're going to get Mays on this one. This one bouncing off. Coming in here for Stratford is going to be Maddie Ostricki. Coming out will be Mays off that foul. As his second shot will find its way in, 1 for 2 from the line. Cut it back to 6 points. 7:30 to go here in the first half as Stieber swings it around. Frick now back up top to Ostricki. Quick passes along the perimeter. They've been doing a good job of getting some space. Most of their threes have been good high percentage threes. And then they put up shots underneath the basket as well, as this one is going to be off of Stratford. When you have that height advantage under the basket with players like Zelke and Tria Tubbs, you're able to pair that with the fact that players like Pankratz are shooting the ball well on top of everything else. Makes for a difficult team to stop. Now up top, faking the three, driving it around to Pent. Pent under the basket. Gets a tough break there with the pass bouncing off the bottom of the backboard. Just a little bit too high of one as Stratford trying to benefit from that turnover, putting up the shot, and that's going to be 2 shots upcoming. And the first foul of the game for Newman Catholic. Zelke's going to go to the line. It's going to be against Schultz. One off the front of the rim, coming in here for Newman Catholic. Lily Bodenheimer coming in, and Glenecki will come back in. Jankowski and Schultz take a break. (15-8) here on the NTC scoreboard. 6.5 to go in the first half as Aubrey Pent throwing this one, having to run to get it, but still securing it as Rozwadowski. And she gets that one stolen out of thin air by Pankratz, who's back the other way, puts on the Jets, and then she will pick up the 2 shots off another foul. And they will get Pent on that one. That's Aubrey Pent, Addison Pent. Throwing upcoming here for Ostricki, gets it out to Zelke. And then the 3-pointer is up, bouncing off. There for the rebound, then forcing it back around. Nice rebound by Fricks, and gets it over to Zelke for 2. Pent working against Pankratz here. Underhanded basket, that one a magic act to get that one to go. And the first points of the game here for Aubrey Pent will get it to double digits here for Newman Catholic. Stratford, one of the things they do very well is it feels like there's always multiple players moving. You never see less than 3 players moving on the court at all times. It creates so much space a lot of times. As a timeout's going to be called. Looks like it's going to be for Stratford that time. Tammy Christopherson wanting to talk things over. 30 seconds. We'll be back quickly here in a moment on Zaleski Sports.
I knew I wanted to start an agency that honored those small town values like relationships and service. Our mission is to sell insurance ethically and with integrity to protect our clients' needs today, tomorrow, and in the future.
Not everybody understands insurance, and it's a good day when I can help give peace of mind.
Working with Access Insurance, we are a team, so you don't just get one of us, you get all four of us.
Access Insurance Agency, our business revolves around you.
Welcome back here to Zaleski Sports. Connor Philippi on the call, as it is a 17-10 lead for Stratford with exactly 5.5 to go here on the NTC scoreboard. Ostricki up top here working against Kopke, getting it around to Pankratz. And now up top, Stieber. Seeing some of those open looks passed up on by Stratford as they look for the better opportunity. Playing smart basketball, fundamental basketball. As they force this one back out, they're very okay, especially once they get the lead, with stretching out these possessions, taking some time off, as this one is up and drained by Stieber. And when you feel confident that you can get shots like that at the end of it, you're fine with as much time comes off the clock as possible. Back the other way though, Kopke gets it to go and takes a couple of those points back. Tossing this one in, going up for it, blocked, and it is going to actually be off of Zelke as she was trying to get it back, and Newman Catholic picks up a stop here as we now get to 4.5 to go. It's only been 25 minutes here since the game started. It's been a very quick moving game. Aubrey Pence trying to drive in, can't get it to go off the Euro step. It's ripped out of her hands by Stieber as they head back the other way. And that one is going to be a tip out of bounds, but off of Newman Catholic. Throw in out to Zelke. Now swung inside to Pankratz. She steps back and they're back around to the perimeter. And it's going to be a foul called here. Looks like they're going to get Kopke there. As coming back in the game here, Tria Tubbs will replace Zelke. Underneath the basket, nice feed and the nice shot off the bench by Tria Tubbs. First double-digit lead for Stratford here of the night as Glenecki takes it. They swing it all the way to the other side of the court. Kopke now. Bodenheimer gets it back out to Pent. Aubrey Pent. Newman Catholic trying to get away from this insistent Stratford defense. And now up top the three, and it's off the mark. The other way, nice shot off the glass by Tubbs. Beautiful touch there from a ways away from the basket than you would usually see. And it's 12-point lead now with 3 to go in the first. Here in the corner, getting it out to Aubrey Pence. Tosses it back out to Bodenheimer. And then that shot is good off the hands of Glenecki there. She gets on the board for the first time here tonight. Points have been pretty evenly spread throughout this Newman Catholic team. Into the corner here to Ostricki. Getting it back out, three-pointer is up, that one off the mark. Rebounded, put back up, and it finds its way in. That is Carly Pankratz. Forcing this one up, a near turnover. It'll turn into Stratford ball before jump ball can be called. It's ripped away, back in transition, 2 more. as it was a Stricky that got it to go. A full timeout taken by Katie Gitch with just under 2 minutes to go in this first half. As Stratford starting to roll here, up 28-14. Girls basketball here on Zaleski Sports.
Hey, Fleet Farm fans, you asked, we listened. You wanted lower prices? You got them. In-store, online. We drop prices everywhere. Lower prices on summer favorites like Liquid Pool Shock, Griller's Gold Barbecue Pellets, and Airhead Towables. Lower prices on big name pet care like Purina Tidy Cats. Lower prices on Valvoline motor oils. All because you said so. Look for the bright green price drop signs to find new lower prices on everything you need for everyday life. Only at Fleet Farm.
From humble beginnings in 1904, the Wheatrick family has grown Grassland Dairy Products into one of the largest processors of butter in the nation. Based in Greenwood, Wisconsin, the family and its hundreds of employees continue their pursuit of providing high-quality products that can proudly be served in restaurants and homes across America.
Welcome back here to Zaleski Sports. About 2 minutes left before the halftime break, and when we get to that point, we'll give you some updates around the league as we have all the Merriwood South teams playing each other all here tonight. We'll get you updates on all those games that are going on, as this one is battled for, and it's going to be a jump ball as the possession arrow will stay with Newman Catholic. Stratford's defense has continued to smother this Newman Catholic team. That shot is up and good. No defense against that kind of a shot as Aubrey Pent gets it to go. She's got 5 now on the night. They're trying to get one last gasp in here before the halftime break. That shot is missed, rebounded by Aubrey Pent. She will retreat back, slings it back around the other side of the court. Trying to get as much movement as possible along the perimeter here. Faking that 3, now getting it back out to Aubrey Pent. She puts up the floater, but it doesn't reach the basket. Off the side of the backboard there and back the other way. Euro step up for 2 is Carly Pankratz. She's got double-digit points now in this first half. And a foul is going to be called against Stratford. It'll be their 4th of the half. It's been a pretty tame first half in terms of fouls. And very few of those fouls have been shooting fouls as well. Kennedy Hornke coming in here in the last couple minutes of the half. Lucy Zaleski as well. I feel like I've heard that name before, as this one is rebounded by Glenecki. Aubrey Pence getting it across the timeline. She will take the pick. And a 3-pointer is up, no good. Glenecki can't hold on to it, and it'll go back Stratford's way. 19.4 to go. Stratford can try and hold for the last shot if they decide to do that. Coming down now to 10 seconds left. Stratford now driving in, putting up that shot. Does not quite go. Newman Catholic can hustle down and try and shoot one of their own here. Pent putting up the floater, doesn't go, and there's no whistle called there before the half. That's going to do it. 30-17 going into the halftime break. We'll bring you to some commercial messages, and then about halfway through this break, we'll bring you to the Rib Mountain Eye Care halftime report, where we'll talk about what both these teams need to try and do to get the victory in this second half, and we'll also bring you some updates from around the league. But you're watching girls basketball here on Zaleski Sports.
Protect your ride from the elements with Tommy's Express Car Wash. Our top wash, The Works, is engineered with 14 steps to keep your car clean, whatever the weather. The Works includes detox pre-wash, removing the grime right from the start, seal in the shine with ceramic body wax, and defend against the elements with Tommy Guard. And don't forget to complete the clean with our vacuums and mat washers. Sign up now and wash unlimited at Tommy's Express.
Take your education out of the classroom and give new spaces a spin. Wherever you are, North Central Technical College is there with flexible learning options, including rolling start dates and 100% online classes. Earn your degree around your life.
The first tube was bent in 1968 back in a garage by our house. Shortly after that, we moved into a rented space in a machine shop.
Moving into this building in 2000 at 90,000 square feet.
So right now we sit at 165,000 square feet.
150 employees. Every day we look at how grateful we are to be where we are, but we never forget where we started. Here at J&D Tube Benders, we're a full custom hydraulic tube manufacturer. We can do anything from their simple bent tube component to a fully welded assembly.
At Nicolet Bank, a great rate isn't new or trendy. Our Real Rewards checking has offered 3.00% annual percentage yield since 2011, earning customers over $30 million in interest. Join your friends and neighbors in experiencing Real Rewards checking and get excited to earn 3% more. See terms and apply at nicoletbank.com. Nicolet Bank. Real people, real conversations.
Elite Auto Care on Schofield Avenue in Weston offers the best in automotive care and repair. This locally owned and operated repair group features a full staff of ASE certified technicians. They are ready to handle all major and minor repairs to get you back on the road. For any make, any model vehicle, look to Elite Auto Care for repairs. From general maintenance and preventative care like oil changes and tire rotations, to those more challenging issues like air conditioning, brakes, and engine issues. Elite Auto also offers a full selection of tires to fit your vehicle needs. For your next auto needs, turn to Elite Auto Care, your local family-owned auto business, on Schofield Avenue in Schofield.
For the very best in craftsmanship and innovative construction, put your trust in Scherer Construction. You'll see their work when you drop your kids at school, visit the public library, drive past the fire station, or even in the industrial park. Scherer Construction has helped countless homeowners with bringing their dreams to life, and hundreds of businesses create beautiful facilities that make our communities shine all throughout Wisconsin. For your next residential, commercial, municipal, or educational construction project, join the countless others who have put their faith in Scherer Construction. Find their location right here in Wausau or online at schererconstruction.com.
Thank you for helping Abbey Bank become the most highly recommended community bank.
Thank you to all of our customers for helping us be successful.
Thank you for putting your trust in us.
Thank you for your loyalty.
Thank you for helping us support our communities.
We are grateful for customers like you.
Thank you to all of our customers. We hope to see you soon.
Abbey Bank. They make banking about you. Abbey Bank is member FDIC.
Great Lakes Cheese in Wausau is hiring full-time second and third shifts with competitive starting wages and a pay increase every 90 days during your first year. Great Lakes Cheese invests in their employees. Apply today at jobs.greatlakescheese.com.
Does your roof need attention? Don't replace it, restore it with Seamless Commercial Roofing. Our process is guaranteed and a fraction of the cost of replacement with no downtime. When your roof needs attention, call Seamless Commercial Roofing in Marshfield. Is it time to replace your old gutters? Call Schwartz Seamless Gutters and protect your home with new seamless technology. No seams, no leaks. With free estimates in 2 days or less and workmanship guaranteed, our service is as seamless as our gutters.
At the Granite Shop, we take great pride in what we do. We offer high-quality natural stone granite as well as a huge selection of man-made stone. With full slabs as well as a variety of partial remnants, you'll have no problem finding the stone that was meant for you. Our high-end, high-quality granite, quartz, and marble is perfect for any kitchen, bathroom, or remodel need. We are locally owned and operated on County Road C near Stratford. We service all of Wisconsin.
have team members in our lives, whether it's this or that or friends, and he's my team member that look for my best interest. And he said, we're going to get you up walking without the walker. And I'm like, oh, really? And he says, yeah, we are. I'm really grateful from the bottom of my heart to Shai and his staff because they made the impossible seem possible.
Call to set up a free, no obligation evaluation. Next Step Prosthetics, the fit for you.
Well, we welcome you back here to Zaleski Sports. Connor Philippi with you as we are heading to our halftime break. About 4 minutes until these players are back on the court and ready to start half number 2. It's a very quick moving first half and one that Stratford currently leads 30-17 over the Newman Catholic Cardinals, and this Stratford defense continues to strike. We'll talk about that in just a second, but a quick score update for you on a couple of the games that matter to both of these two teams, as all these Merriwood South teams are playing each other here tonight. A really good game brewing here between Auburndale and Marathon. Auburndale sitting at 8-3 within the conference, and Marathon at 9-2. Marathon has a 10-game winning streak going right now, including a big win against Assumption a little while ago. I was on the call for that big game. But currently, they find themselves down 1, and we'll continue to give you updates on that one because that is a big game of note for Stratford, who's trying to fend off that Marathon team to try and win this Merriwood South. Assumption and Auburndale both breathing down their necks as well, though. So if Auburndale wins this game, it doesn't exactly keep them out of the woods with plenty of games still left to play. Will definitely make things that much more interesting. And then Edgar at Assumption just actually finished their game. It was a 60-40 victory for Assumption over Edgar, and so they continue to play some really good basketball. They're currently ranked 8th in Division 5, and so they've played very impressively so far this season, and we head back here to this game with 2.5 to go until the second half starts, and it really is kind of a very similar way that Stratford has been able to put up points and keep points off the board all season long. It's fundamental football at its finest, and it's a lot of players that know how to do their job extremely well, because you see Newman Catholic head down the court getting ready to go on offense, and these Stratford players know exactly what to do to make them uncomfortable, and it just feels like Newman Catholic hasn't been able to put up the kind of shots that they want to be able to put up in a game like this, because it feels like they're forcing up three-point shots. You know, Glenecki is always a player that you try and rely on under the basket when you're struggling to shoot, but because Stratford has so many great players underneath the basket, Tria Tubbs and Erica Frick, and on top of that, Emily Zelke, the 6'2" senior for Stratford, it just makes it so difficult when what usually is your safety net is also one of the biggest strengths of the team you're playing. And on top of that, Stratford just rushing to the ball without creating a whole lot of space, because you see that on the other end. Stratford being able to take the style of defense Newman Catholic is playing, and they're able to move so much around on the court that they're able to get some good looks, they're able to get some more open shots, and then you go to the other side of the court, and Newman Catholic is really trying their best to get past this Stratford defense, but it just feels like there is never not a player right there and trying to disrupt the play. And in the last couple minutes, what turned this game from a consistent 5 or 7 point lead to Stratford to now ballooning all the way up to 13 was that some of those were starting to turn into some legitimate turnovers and starting to turn into some of those points off of turnovers, going coast to coast and getting some easy layups in on the other end. And so Newman Catholic, what they have to do to try and get back into this one and pull up an upset here tonight is they're going to have to find a way to get that space. Either that or they're going to have to find ways to start draining those threes. You saw Aubrey Pent nail one from a place on the court that isn't exactly easy, and they're going to either have to find a way to increase that three-point shot percentage, or they're going to have to find a way to, get creative in trying to get past this Stratford defense. But there was a point throughout that first half where Newman Catholic was right there with Stratford, and we'll see which team can pull on top here tonight, as this one is up and good right off the bat from Erica Frick. Makes it 6 on the night for her so far. 10 for number 10, Carly Pankratz. The first to double digits for either team here tonight. Aubrey Pence swings it back around, faking that one. Driving in is Rozwadowski. And Schultz got it over to Glenecki now. And then they're forced right back out. And we see that struggle underneath the basket. And that foul is going to be called here. And refs kind of discussing it with the scorers table here. And they are going to get Erica Frick on that foul. It's only her first of the game. 7 total fouls combined between both teams in that first half. It was a very easygoing half in terms of the fouls, and made it a pretty quick half as well. We're sitting here not even 8 o'clock yet, and we're already a minute into the second half. And the defensive battle, we see an indication of that as it's thrown out to Erica Frick. Up top now to Stieber, puts up the 3. That one bounces just out, but the putback is good from Zelke. Aubrey Pence trying to get that one into Glenecki. It's poked away by Tubbs. And now back the other way, passing it back to Tubbs. Couldn't quite get the look, but then working through pressure. That one doesn't go either. And then the foul is eventually going to be called here against Newman Catholic. Multiple opportunities on multiple offensive rebounds. It's been a continuing story as well throughout the night, as it's going to be 2 shots here for Tubbs. This one rattling just out. Newman Catholic with only 1 foul between 3 different players in their starting 5, and 2 of those starting 5 with none. So no real foul trouble for either team right now. Tubbs has 2, but that's about as much as any team or any player has, as Pent will drive in, losing it. Getting it back though, back around as she now has it again. Swinging it around to Schultz. Brianna Schultz working against Frick. Getting it out to Glenecki. And then that one hits the back of the backboard as Stratford heads back with it. Into the corner here. Stratford understanding they can take their time and look for a good shot. It's what they've been doing all game long. 3-pointer now up off the mark, and it's rebounded there by Brianna Schultz. Three-pointer from the corner, no good, and the foul's going to be called. And looks like they are going to call it on the floor. So it was not on the shot, it was on the fight for the rebound. So it'll stay Newman Catholic ball, but no shots upcoming, as that's the first of the game against Zelke. And we'd like to once again thank Rib Mountain Eye Care for sponsoring tonight's game. Team at Rib Mountain Eye Care hopes that you're enjoying the broadcast, but hey, the players look a little blurry or your glasses are a constant bother, they can help. Call the vision experts at Rib Mountain Eye Care today and don't miss a single moment of the next big game. Another throwing up coming here for Newman Catholic. So that last one was poked out, and Brianna Schultz will throw it in to Aubrey Pence. She gets a little bit of space, puts up that shot, doesn't go though. Rebounded by Tubbs. There's Frick getting it back around to Pankratz. Now into the corner. Stieber. Triple teamed will force a turnover out of bounds. Good defense by those 3 to close in on Tubbs that time. Coming up on 14 and a half to go here. Aubrey Pent trying to find some space. She puts up the three. That one well off. Pankratz will force herself back over to Stieber. Finds Tubbs now beyond the arc. Tubbs trying to drive in, getting it into the corner. Three is up, rolling off, and rebounded by Glenecki, excuse me. Tammy Christofferson hang up the Stratford team. Kitty Gitch for Newman Catholic, as that one was off the side of the rim, no good. Stieber back quickly, getting it over to Pankratz. Underneath the basket, and the and one. As Tubbs gets it to go and will head to the line. That one off the mark as it's rebounded by Brianna Schultz. She tries to drive in, can't get it against the glass. Rebounded though by Rozwadowski. That one also no good. Multiple opportunities by Newman Catholic, is now back the other way for Stratford. Nice feed into Frick, and it's good. Stieber to Frick. Makes it a 20-plus point game now. Brianna Schultz now into the corner to Bodenheimer. Underneath the basket, and the foul call. That'll be 2 shots. They're going to get it against Stieber. Coming in here for Newman Catholic, Addison Pent. She'll replace Rozwadowski. And it looks like it's going to be Madeline Jankowski getting ready to come in a moment here for Newman. As that one will find its way in, she will now come in and replace Bodenheimer, who took the shots. 2 for 2 from the line for Claire Bodenheimer, the sophomore for the Cardinals. Pankratz back around to Frick. Up top to Zelke. And a 3-point shot off the mark. Back the other way here is Pent, working under the basket and thrown away there. Again, you see that pressure. Newman Catholic's been trying to get under the basket, and Stratford's really forced them back underneath, not just the basket, but right there next to the baseline. So they're not really allowing for a shot, and they're just forcing whoever's under there to just kind of toss it back to the outside. And that one off the mark. Glenecki trying to get that rebound, and she's fouled trying to do so. That'll make it the 4th foul of the half for Stratford. That'll make it the 2nd of the game for Zelke. And that was actually just the 4th total foul for Stratford. As that one will be out of bounds, will stay here with Newman. Mays will come in, replacing Zelke. Breaking this one out to Aubrey Pent. Stolen away there into the hands of Mays. And now Pankratz gets it out to Stieber. And that's going to be a travel here against Stratford. As coming in here again will be Bodenheimer replacing Aubrey Pent. Glenecki back around to Jankowski. Jankowski with the outlet over to Pent. Glenecki now getting it back up top to Schultz. Newman Catholic trying to break out of this Stratford defense. Into the corner, once again closing in on it is Stratford. They're forcing this Newman team to basically just try and play keep away. They're not getting anywhere near the basket as it's stolen away though by Newman, as Bodenheimer will take it back down. Coming in here for Stratford is going to be a Stricky, as she will replace Stieber. Throwing up coming here is Brianna Schultz. They'll try and throw it in here, getting it over to Bodenheimer. Working off the pick, Schultz trying to drive through, somehow gets that one to go. Oh, but it's a travel, as that was a circus act of a shot. That would have been incredible if that had counted. Stricky getting it back off. Driving in is Tubbs, and she will get fouled on her way to the basket. It's going to be against Bodenheimer, her first. As that shot is off the mark. Quick score update for you as Auburndale continues to lead over Marathon, but by a very slim margin, 35-32. And another good game within the Merriwood South, as that one is off the mark as well. And heading back with it is Bodenheimer. Glenecki swings it around. Jankowski now back around to Bodenheimer. Gets it to Schultz. Again, we're seeing this Stratford team, they're allowing the pass, but as long as that pass doesn't advance the ball. You know, they're allowing Newman just enough space, and this time it does go for the long two. Actually, that makes it a three-point shot, as Jankowski gets on the board here tonight. Under 10 to go here on the NTC scoreboard. Putting up that shot from the elbow. It finds its way in from Pankratz. She's got 12 now on the night. Three-point shot is up, no good. Back the other way, doesn't fall, rebounded by Glenecki there. And now Bodenheimer works with it, over to Glenecki again. Thinks about that long two, tries to drive, and then the foul's gonna be called against Tubbs there. That'll make it her third. And they are gonna call that on the floor. It'll be a throw-in from the baseline here as Tubbs will come out. And it's going to be Lucy Zaleski to sub her out. Into the corner here. Getting it back around to Bodenheimer. That one will find its way in.
Bodenheimer for two.
Bodenheimer now has 9 points on the night. Stratford at this point not electing to go for those threes. Looking for those higher percentage shots. That one rattling just out. And they're gonna call that one off of Stratford as the Cardinals will get the ball right back. Bodenheimer up top, swinging it around to Schultz. Bodenheimer and Schultz, and that foul is going to be called as it'll help a Newman Catholic player up. She stays on the ground here for a moment, and they will help her up as it looks like she might have just either gotten the wind knocked out of her. Looks like something that's more painful than an actual injury, so which that's both good and bad, but good to see her get up and seems to be okay for the free throws. First shot is up and good as Kopke will come in, as well as Aubrey Pent taking that short break will come back in. Addison Pent will now come out, as well as Jankowski. That shot rattles around and out, and that one is out of bounds. A little bit of an uncharacteristic turnover there by Stratford, as it'll be a throw-in again here for Newman. They've been able to kind of ticky-tack their way back to about a 15-point deficit here. It was as much as in the mid-20s at one point. As this one will get back out to Brianna Schultz. As this one is up and no good from Bodenheimer. Pent gets the rebound. Getting this one back out to Rozwadowski. Handed back off to Pent. She tries to work off that pick. Can't get that one to go, and is defended heavily there by Stratford as they get back out with it. That was a wide open three. She decides not to take it though. And then a full timeout is going to be called here by Coach Christofferson. And we will take a break. Be right back here for more girls basketball on Zaleski Sports.
Good day. My name is Ken Hyman, and welcome to Nasonville Dairy here in central Wisconsin, Marshfield, Wisconsin, as a matter of fact. We make a lot of different cheeses. We make cheddar, Colby, Monterey, Farmer's Cheese, Peach Cheese, Quesa Blanca, Quesa de Freer, Seco, Parm, Romano, Asiago, Fontina, Feta Caseri, Cafetieri, Cafla Graviera, 20 different flavors of Monterey, as well as making Edam, Gouda, and Munster. And the cheese be with you.
Good evening, folks. Matt LePay here. Ridgetop Exteriors is kicking off your roof replacement like pros. Old shingles off, decking down, ice and water guard set. Textbook protection. Underlayment follows. Sealed tight like an O-line. Valleys flashed. Shingles installed row by row. Captain ventilated. The crew scoops every nail, leaving no yard marker behind. This project's wrapped. Your turn to call the play at ridgetopexteriors.com.
Welcome back here to Zaleski Sports as Stratford has the ball up 15 with 7.5 to go. Stieber, that was Ostricki, and then a foul is going to be called here against Newman. Make it just their fourth of the half. Or, it's going to be a call against Stratford. And so it'll go back Newman Catholic's way. Stratford went a little bit cold in the last few minutes offensively, but their defense has made it difficult for Newman Catholic to try and mount a comeback. They've been slowly but surely trying to get back into this one, but 7:20 left to go in the game. Quick score update for you. Auburndale up 38-36 in a tight one in Marathon against that team in Marathon that has gone 10-0 their last 10 games. Swinging that one over. Kopke thought about that quick pass, but instead gets it back out to Bodenheimer. Back around to Aubrey Pence, as she almost loses that one, but keeps it in her hands as Kopke now will find the rolling ball. Driving this one back out to Kopke. Three-pointer is up, no good. Now foul is going to be called here. And that'll make it the 8th here for Stratford. So Newman Catholic was already in the bonus before that foul was committed. Much more of a foul-heavy second half, as usually is the case. 7 total in that first, and already 12 now in this second half. Shot does not go on the 1-and-1. So Stratford dodges a bullet there, as they'll work it back around now. Stieber taking that back up top, and now over to Ostricki. Stieber, as Stratford continues to take their time here underneath the basket now, getting it back out. This one is grabbed still and then eventually ripped away by Bodenheimer. Under 6 to go here from Newman Catholic as it swung back around. 3 is up, off the mark, off the front of the rim there from Rozwadowski. Underneath the basket, gets that one to go nicely was Zelke. 9 points on the night for her. That shot is up, does not fall. Kopke with the rebound. Getting it back up top to Aubrey Pent. And then a foul is going to be called. Looks like they're going to get Stieber on that one. And that makes it 10 fouls, so it's 2 free throws no matter what now on that double bonus. As that first shot will fall. Back to a 15-point game here, but only 5 minutes left to go. And it's going to be a foul called here now against Newman. It'll be only their 4th of the half. Couple substitutions coming in here for Newman. Thrown in from the baseline, getting it out now under the basket. Can't quite get that one to go off of Pankratz. And there'll be another foul on the floor. It'll be 2 shots now, once again for Newman Catholic. It'll be the first of the game for Carly Pankratz. Tria Tubbs back in the game, replacing Lucy Zaleski. And that second one falling as well. Three-point shot is up and drained. Pankratz leaves no doubt. And she's got 15 now on the night. Back the other way now for Stratford on the missed shot. That last 3 might have just been the dagger here tonight. Up top here for Stratford, Ostricki trying to force that one in, able to keep the ball for the moment. It's now on the floor, a battle for it. It'll be a jump ball. And so Newman Catholic gets the ball off the possession arrow. For those of you continuing to be curious at home, the other games going on within the Merriwood South, it's a good one between Auburndale and Marathon, 40-38 between the teams that are second and fourth in this conference. Blocked down nicely there by Tubbs. And putting up that shot, can't get it to go. They've been forcing some difficult shots from Glenecky all night long. As there'll be another foul here against Newman Catholic. Subbing in here for Stratford will be Kennedy Hornke. She will replace Stieber. Swung into the corner here to Zelke, trying to feed it in there. And they're continuing to just try and take the smartest shot here this late in the game. And that one out of bounds. It's going to go back with Newman as Tammy Christofferson with her hands up over that one. Aubrey Pence getting a little bit of a pick there. Trying to feed that one in, but it's grabbed out of the air by Zelke. Quickly back the other way, forcing it back out. Feeding this one in, and then that one miscue out of bounds. And it's coming into the game here is going to be Brianna Schultz. Kopke coming out. Aubrey Pent taking it down, getting it back over to Brianna Schultz. She works away from the pressure, and then Aubrey Pent trying to feed that one in. And again, just that area around the paint has been just a fortress here tonight. Up top here. And now Pankratz will drive in, putting up the two, and she will go to the line, shoot two more.
Fouls on Newman, number 42, Glenecky, her third, team sixth. At the line from Stratford.
It'll be the third foul for Glenecky and 6 total now for Newman Catholic. So now after these shots, both teams will be in the bonus. Coming back in here will be Rozwadowski, and for Stratford, it'll be Zaleski and Mies.
And subbing in for your Newman Cardinals, number 21, Rozwadowski.
Putting up this shot and getting that one to go. Make that 17 on the night for Carly Pankratz. She will be the post-game interview here tonight following the conclusion of this one. And a foul is going to be called here against Stratford, so 2 more trips to the line here for Brianna Schultz.
At the line for Newman, double bonus is number 23, Brianna Schultz.
Last minute 45 to go here. Safe to say Stratford on their way to what will be their 15th victory of the season. They're going to improve to 15-2 overall. They'll be 10-1 within the conference as they are trying to hold on to this very strong Merriwood South, multiple teams in the fold. As two of those teams that are in the fold tied at 40 here, 2:40 to go between Marathon and Auburndale, as we're going back to shoot 2 free throws on the other end. Stratford with some interesting games coming up here, as they've continued to put some impressive teams on their schedule. Their very next one will be a tough one against Bondul, ranked 52 in the entire state. And they are ranked 7th overall in Division 4. So 11 spots ahead of where Stratford is right now. They'll then play Rib Lake and then Marathon, which will be a big one between those two teams, where there's a chance that those two will still be the 1 and the 2 within this conference by the time they play, but that is about a week and a half away, so we'll see what happens. But only 6 games remaining on their schedule following the conclusion of this one. As for Newman Catholic, they're going to fall to 5-12 overall, 2-8 within this conference as they continue to try and just rebuild and learn this season. As they will play Wausau East and then a tough game against Assumption, followed by a game at Prentice. They have 7 total games remaining after this one is over. This one is up and off the mark, or excuse me, off the backboard and in. And that was Lucy Zaleski that was able to get that one to go. That shot is up, no good. Rebounded by Glenecki. Good effort to keep that one in, and then a foul is going to be called. This time against Erica Frick. 2 more shots upcoming with 31 seconds to go in the game.
Hold on, Stratford, number 45, Frick. At the line for number 5, player Boatman.
Second shot is up, does not go. Pence trying to get this rebound and is going to be tipped away, and then Glenecki trying to get that one back. He is going to foul, and they're going to give 1 and 1 now the other way.
Oh, number 42, Lexington, number 4, T7.
And it's going to be the 4th now against Glenecki, as that has now reached 7, of course, in the second half, hence the 1 and 1s. That one missed as Newman will secure the rebound. Last 20 seconds to play here. Kent trying to drive in, now on the baseline. That one gets poked away with 12 seconds to go. So again, Stratford is going to pick up a 15th victory on the season with a solid win here on the road at Newman Catholic, as this shot will go up, no good, and they'll dribble this one out. And there's going to be a carry called in the last 3 seconds of the game. It'll be thrown in for our final few seconds, but stay tuned for our Mural Steel postgame show. Consider moving your career to one of the largest growing fabrication companies in the upper Midwest and apply at merrillsteel.com. Again, Stratford picking up the victory here. And we will be back in just a few moments for that Merrill Steel post-game show. Don't go away here on Zaleski Sports.
Merrill Steel welcomes you as you join us in a virtual tour. Our main facility in Schofield, Wisconsin covers an area of roughly 46 acres and is home to our company headquarters. From this location, paired with our facilities in Comanche, Iowa and Springfield, Missouri, we are able to easily fulfill the needs of the industry nationwide. With nearly 1 million square feet of combined space between our 3 facilities, we are able to take on some of the biggest and most complex jobs, making us one of the top 5 steel fabricators in the country. We employ the best of the best welders, those who can weld efficiently with both metal coating core and flux core, and who aren't afraid to work hard. We also offer on-the-job training, so even beginner welders can learn the ropes and help us build it big. As a backup to our dedicated weld fab team, we have a robotic welder. Merrill Steel is the 4th in the U.S. to have gotten one, keeping us on the leading edge of technology. With the combination of both man and machine, no job is too big to handle, but they'd have no work on their hands without our machine operators. Where our fabrication process really begins is here. Our skilled machine ops team is responsible for bringing in the raw steel. Be it sawing, cutting, drilling, or punching, they make sure the steel is in the correct shape and size for our fab teams. As an addition to the machine ops team, we've recently purchased multiple Python X machines. These handy systems have given us increased productivity, unmatched cut quality, and predictable and consistent throughput. Moving away from fabrication, we come to our coating department. One of the unique benefits of working with Merrill Steel is our in-house blasting and painting capabilities. Many projects require a complex coating system, and that's where we shine above the competition. We regularly apply corrosion-resistant coating in-house, as well as intumescent fire protection when needed. We hold the endorsement for sophisticated paint and coating from AISC. This, along with our NACE certified inspectors, ensure a high-quality finish for every piece. The loading and staging process, sandwiched between the end of production and shipping, is an important step in the fabrication process. Within a moment's notice, we are able to handle and place an entire load onto a trailer for quick delivery to a job site. Finally, the last stage in our process is shipping. Our transit company, Merrill Steel Transit Services, is a wholly owned subsidiary of Merrill Steel Incorporated, consisting of more than 20 state-of-the-art trucks designed for transporting oversized and overweight shipments, along with hundreds of trailers ranging from 48-foot flatbeds to heavy-haul Jeep and booster combinations. We employ only the most highly skilled professional drivers, highly experienced mechanics, and knowledgeable office staff who work as a team to provide cost-effective service in a timely manner. Our shipping fleet is a major reason why we are able to be competitive throughout North America, including the contiguous 48 states, Alaska, and Canada. Thank you for taking the time to learn a little bit about us. We look forward to having you join us in building it big.
Well, welcome back here to Zaleski Sports as we're in the middle of a little bit of a racetrack here in the post-game show, but we're going to hopefully get out Carly Pankratz and hopefully Tammy Christensen as well, but we'll see about that in just a few moments here. But just kind of breaking down how this game went as Stratford takes home the victory in fairly convincing fashion, really able to pull away in the second half, and we'll talk about it in just a moment here with the players, but it was a major factor of just fundamental defense and being able to fill those cracks and just making sure that whenever a player advanced the ball, they didn't get closer to the basket. You know, they were allowing some passes to be completed, but it was always along the perimeter, and anytime, you know, anyone for Newman Catholic tried to drive in, it was just close in on that one player. Don't try and do everything at once. Just focus on your player so that it can be passed right back out. And Newman Catholic really didn't have a lot of good high percentage shots throughout this game for that reason. It was just some really good, again, fundamental basketball, and everyone just knew their job throughout the course of this game. It's been that way throughout the course of the season for this for this Stratford team. They've been able to play this really solid fundamental basketball all season long, and so that's what a couple of things we'll talk to Stratford about as soon as they come out here. But for just a second here, we'll just kind of hang out and wait for this post-game interview. But again, thanks for tuning in tonight, and stay tuned for those questions.
Hey, you're tuned in to Better Halves.
Skip, I love my hometown, and I want a health plan that feels the same way. So what are your favorite local date spots?
Oh, yeah, I know like all the date spots in Eau Claire.
Jane, I'm Steve from Security. I've lived here in Wisconsin my whole life, and that means I understand your health coverage needs better.
By the way, Doug, it's Eau Claire. I have a dozen Eclairs in my dressing room.
Culligan Water delivers. From your first call, to your first sip, to your first soak. Culligan, give us a tap. The only water that comes with a van.
Here at Brickner Motors in Little Chicago,
We will help you order your brand new Chrysler, Dodge, Ram, or Jeep and get it equipped the way you want it, in the color you've always dreamed of. Whether you choose from our in-stock selection or order factory fresh, quality vehicles at competitive prices are what keep people coming back again and again. Make the drive out to Brickner Motors on Little Chicago's northeast side and let our family take care of your family. You can count on us.
This is my home. I've grown up here. My grandparents always took very, very good care of the house. They worked so hard their whole life to keep things nice. You want to make sure that you're...
Give us a thumbs up. And we are back here from Newman Catholic. Just a quick question here for the highlight house player of the game, Carly Pankratz. Thanks so much for coming back out here to answer this question. Just kind of in a general sense, what we saw tonight, I think, from your team was fundamental basketball. Anytime a player got close to the basket, it was closing on them, forcing it back out. This really good fundamental basketball. And then on the other side, on offense, it felt like you specifically, but all the players were open for a lot of better shots. And I feel like that comes with both preparation and then execution. So if you want to just quickly talk about the preparation and execution that you feel like puts you in good positions in those kinds of situations.
Yeah, we worked all practice yesterday, squeezing the drive, recovering, all the little things. And then offensively, we know moving off ball is big, and we just put it all together tonight.
Well, thank you very much. I'm sure you know what to do with the camera.
I'm Carly Pankratz, and I'm in the house.